What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Anime Talk TV. Today, we're coming at you with the second fight in the tournament, which is Saitama versus Aizen from Bleach and One Punch Man. It's going to be super exciting. I'm super ready for it. Make sure, if you haven't, go like our last video on Goku versus Monkey D. Dragon. Leave a comment. Let's have a debate. I think most of the votes are in, but if you haven't voted, let's make sure you vote, and let's get to it.
Age, pick up the pace, LOI, find no haze. Indeed, I am putting my effort in vain. The needle my veins while falling asleep. King of the dead, I sever your head. When shit touch the river, my ring will be fed. I touch the sky, no light to the day. I watch my demons be crusted with sand. Oh, I'm not an orphan. Death is my importance. Rest.
In today's video, we got Aizen versus Saitama. And first, we're going to talk about Aizen from Bleach. In the beginning of the show, he is a very respected and kind. He greets his subordinates by their actual name. Everyone seems to, for the most part, enjoy his company. They respect him. They see him as a true captain. But really, towards the end of the show, he is very manipulative and devious. He used all that personality to cover up what was really underneath, and when he transforms, we get to see that side of him. Aizen was the former captain of the 5th Division in the Soul Society. He eventually left the Soul Society because he was a rebel and he had some evil intentions. He had a small group of followers. Those I can't name. I haven't seen all of Bleach, so I don't know everyone, but I did do a little bit of research, and this is what it's saying. But when it comes to Aizen's powers, he is one of the best in the show. He's obviously a Soul Reaper. He has a mass amount of spiritual energy. He fought Ichigo in the end of the show as one of what I think is Ichigo's toughest opponents. It's one of the few larger, big scale fights I've seen from that show. And he's a master of Kido spells. Some of his spells are powerful enough to block some of the highest Hado spells, such as the one against Tessai Tsukabishi. Here's a clip.
これはホローカだ。やはり君は思った通りの男だ。銀、要、目的は十分果たした。引くよ。
炎の88、飛竜激族新天来砲。
爆動の81、弾空。
副隊長が栄翔を破棄した弾空で私の軌道は止めた。申し訳ない。逃してしまったようだ。
Aizen is also very, very, very intelligent, which is one of the things I actually do respect about him. His intellectual ability allows him to plan out steps way ahead of his opponents. He's a strategist of the best. He can think about just about all the outcomes of any fight, what his opponent's going to do and how it could affect him. And in a fight, especially in one against some of the strongest people in anime, he has that ability to give him the upper edge and make him a real problem to some of his opponents. This speed allowed him to outmaneuver Ichigo's Bankai and Hollow Mask enhanced movements, which Ichigo made a week trip in 9 hours and 13 minutes, I think it was. So if someone can outmaneuver that speed, that's pretty impressive. Um, Aizen, in my eyes, I feel like he definitely has what it takes to be in this tournament. Uh, and he's a pretty tough opponent for Saitama. Uh, I'm going to see what you guys have to say, but Saitama is one of my favorites. I'm probably going to give the vote to Saitama, but you don't know. If Saitama loses the vote, you guys think Aizen can win, and fair ball game. But he's also a master swordsman. He was one of the best swordsmen throughout the show. His attacks can block and prevent him from being attacked from both in front and behind. He's a Hakuda master. If you don't know what Hakuda is the ability to fight barehanded. It's kind of like your taijutsu with Naruto. It seems kind of absurd to say that someone could combat with that when you're fighting against people who have Zanpakuto toe and swords and whatnot. So, but no, his Hakuda is actually so strong that he has the ability to block some of the strongest attacks with a sword. He blocked Ichigo's Bankai with just his index finger. So, if that says anything about him, then it's telling me he's pretty freaking strong. And finally, I think one of Aizen's most special abilities is his sword, the Kyoka Suigetsu. It pretty much allows him to hypnotize his opponent into thinking he's there when he's really not, and then gives him the advantage to either get behind or land an attack from whatever angle, which is most likely going to be a fatal blow. You can kind of think of it as Danzo's Izanagi, how you think he's there, and then when you go to attack, he can replace his body with Mirage, if you would. That's it for Aizen. I'm going to move on to Saitama. Saitama. Honestly, one of my favorite characters ever to be seen in an anime. This dude is hilarious. He's completely human, but finishes all his opponents in one punch. If you haven't seen One Punch Man, I suggest you go watch it right now. It's only 12 episodes in the first season. Hopefully they don't do us wrong and not make a second season, because I've been waiting for it for too long now. But Saitama started off as a normal guy who was just going to work every day and not enjoying it. And then he saw this kid with a butt chin getting bullied by a monster. And from that day on, he decided, okay, I'm going to be a hero just for fun. So he trained and he trained and he trained and eventually went bald. That he trained so hard. And he's now so strong that he can jump to the moon and back. He can move faster than any human out there. He can move faster than the speed of light, I believe. Yeah, as we saw against Boros, who's also in the tournament. He's One Punch Man. I mean, there's really not much you can say about him. He's a comedian, when it doesn't mean to be. He is the master of Genos, who is a cyborg who's extremely powerful as well. And for someone like Genos to take Saitama as their master, then that's saying something. He's One Punch Man, guys. We all know, for those of us who have seen One Punch Man, we know what he can do. We saw what he did against Vaccine Man, the first villain of the show. Annihilated, one punch. Then it was the sewer person with the hair. Annihilated, one punch. And then it was an even stronger opponent who was feared by everyone. Carnage Kabuto. Annihilated. One punch. You know why? Because Carnage Kabuto didn't let him go to the supermarket on super deal, whatever, super sale day. So he got angry, he destroyed it. One punch. That's all it took. He's One Punch Man. Sorry, I got a little bit rowdy. But, no, really though. The dude can beat everyone in one punch. He is One Punch Man. He has yet to be serious. Like, he's been fighting all these people, and he hasn't been serious one time. I'm afraid to see what happens when he actually does get serious. But anyways, this guy fought Boros, hit him with consecutive normal punches. Boros has immense regenerative abilities, so he came back, and guess what happened? He tried to eliminate One Punch Man, or Saitama. He punched his attack right back at him, split the sky. You know what it took? One serious punch. And he said it. Serious punch. Boom. And it was over. Fight was over. Boros turned into a pile of shriveled up, dried up. I don't even know if it's meat. Whatever he was. I don't care. He was done. There was no coming back. He didn't make it back. And that was the end of it. Hopefully in season 2 we can see something else. But he's One Punch Man, guys. That's why he got the 2nd seed. Quite honestly, I think he can beat Goku. All of you are probably going to hate me for that, but I don't really care. I think if he hit Goku one good time with a actually serious punch, Goku would die. Goku turned into nothingness. Not even one cell would be left. It's over. That's it. Oh.